Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of Carrier Battle Philippine Sea from Compass Games, designed by John Southard. Okay, so we left off last time after turn 1 basically, which was the 0530 part of the day. And now we're going in, it is now 0650 on June 19th. Remember, we're playing scenario 6. And so we're ready to pick up where we left off here and see what happens. So we're on action phase 1, and the segment is place new Japanese forces. Okay, so how do we do that? We take the number of Japanese force counters that are not in play yet. That's these, got the letter on them. And I have 14 of them not in play. We take 1/3 of those, so 1/3 of the 14 would be 4. We round down, so we take 4 of these counters. It doesn't matter which ones you take. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. S, M, P, and G, and I have their matching chits right here. We'll keep them off to the side for a minute. And we're going to place these just like we did before. We're going to roll and see what zone they come in and what location. So the first one is S. He comes in zone. Got to look up here on my board. Sorry, I just had brain freeze. So 6 is in zone 3. Okay, zone 3 is this zone down over here, and he's coming in on spot number 9. So zone 3, 9, right there. Okay. Now we have force M. M is coming in. 8 is zone 3, and he comes in on 6. So M on 6. That's right here. All right. This is P. P is on 5. That is zone 2. And it is on space 5. So zone 2, space 5, right here. Oh, right next to my sub. How about that? And the last one, this is G. He is in 8. So zone 3 and 9. I think I already have somebody on 9. Yep, so we re-roll. 4. So zone 3, 4, he's way down here. Okay, all right. We also do fill the sequence chip cup. So we take these 4, and we're gonna add those to our chip cup. Now, previously, we had 12 in there. We're gonna add 4. Take them up. That gives us 16. Because the next step is adjust chits per phase marker. So we divide that by 4. We take 1/4 of them. So our chits per phase goes up to, well, if I can get my fingers to work, up to 4. So now, this time we're going to draw 4 per phase. Okay. Next step is move all air raids. We don't have any air raids. Okay. Now we're going to roll for mission movement. So this is where we check to see which direction they're going to go. And it is a 9 this time. So we're going to set 9 back here. That's the direction the ones are going to move, and we draw sequence chits. Okay, so now we're going to draw our 4. See what we get here. So first one is US move. All right. Second one is B, Bravo. Third one, Task Force Alpha. And the final one is Task Force P. Papa. Okay. All right. So that's, here we go. We got these guys out. All right. Resolve air raid procedure. So we check our air raid procedure for A, B, and P. Okay. So we're going to see if they're going to have any raids. So B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. B is 9 hexes away. And it is 0650 in the morning. The max is 8. So B will not be doing any air raids. A is even farther away. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So A won't do any. And P, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He won't do any. So no air raids from those guys. All right. That's good. Now we move the forces 1 hex. So we start with B, and he moves in direction 9. So for this force, it is straight this way. A is in that same, and I'm sorry, I'm going to move that back because I looked in the wrong zone. This zone, this light blue up here, is where we got to look. A 9 on that one is this direction. Okay. A, Alpha, he is in this zone up here. He moves straight across. And Papa, on a 9, he moves down. And he is now on top of my submarine force. All right. So we're going to get a chance to do something with those guys when it comes time. So we moved the 3 forces. We don't have a U.S. advantage. We don't have a detection status. We don't have air return or turnaround. So we now go. So we moved across these green ones, and now we come to U.S. movement. So I can decide if I want to move or not. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm getting close to being able to reach those guys. I don't think I'm going to move my task force yet. I think I'm going to stay right here, and we'll see what these guys do. Okay. We have no air raid procedure, no land air reinforcements. That's in section 16, which we're not using, no air turnaround. U.S. subs, they haven't come up yet. So we're back down to U.S. move air missions, which we don't use. These missions that are out on the board right now are my search missions, so we're not going to move them. Adjust fuel markers, nope. Initiate air searches. I am going to go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to initiate some more air searches. So I have 2 up in the air right now. Being I didn't move, these guys are going to launch from the same zone. So we're going to launch off of 58.1. He's going to launch these SB-2Cs. Oops. And he will be search number 3. We're going to put him out. I want to go see what these guys are, so he's coming out this way. 1, 2. So search number 3 launches. And his origin is right here with this task force. So it stays right there. And search group 4 is also going to come out for there. We're going to launch them from 58.2 right here. And I need to get over and see what these guys are. So he's coming out this way. And I'm doing the same max radius. So remember, they can only go out 10 hexes. So they're going to start moving that way. Okay, so I got 4 air searches up. I'm going to move my air searches. So these guys move 4 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put my submarine on top of him because he has nobody to search yet. This guy's coming down towards D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the air searches, they move 2 the first time when they launch. Then they move 4 and 4. And if you're doing the max radius, that's all they can go, 10. If you're doing a direct, I'm going to go one straight line. You're only going to search in that one area. Then they can go 14 out. So they can go farther if they're narrow on their search. So what that simulates is you don't have your planes spreading out over these radiuses looking for these submarines. Okay. We don't have any search attempts. And we don't have any commitment index yet. Okay, air operations, all carriers. All right. So, first thing is launch. So I'm going to launch, because I'm in danger here, I'm going to put up I'm going to send 2 fighters on Air Mission 1. So I put them up here on my board in Air Mission 1, and they're going as intercept. So I get intercept 1 represents them. Now they are fighters. So we place their fuel, and their fuel marker is on the +10 side, +10, and it goes on 16. And when we launch, intercept 1 can actually move 1 space out. So he's going to move out. I'm sending him over to Guam. And because he moved, he burns the fuel, so it drops me to 15. Okay. All right. These 3 forces are done. That's the 3. I'm going to set them off to the side over here out of the way so I don't get confused with them. Get them out of the way. Okay. Now we're doing, let's see, is there any, and I'm going to also put, 58.3 is also going to put 4 fighters on combat air patrol right here. Because they can launch, the CVs can launch 2 aircraft markers at a time. The CVL is only 1. So that's why I sent 2 on intercept 1. So Air Mission 2 is a combat air patrol. So they're going to go air patrol right there. And they will be intercept 2 as combat air patrol. Okay, I got to have somebody up in the air waiting to go here. Because I don't know the bombers yet, we're going to get, I'm going to move up to servicing. Well, let's make sure I don't want to launch anything else. I got an F6F here, I got SB2Cs. I'm going to wait on them. I'm going to wait on them and them. I'm going to launch them here in a minute, either to follow and keep raising up what we're seeing so I can have another batch come down this way, and we'll see what we're going to find here. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this so far. I may, you know what, this is how we learn, right? Some of you are going, no, launch, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I may be making a mistake. I should have launched them sooner, but I want to see what these are. This could be a false contact, and then I've got something come down here I didn't want to come down there. So it's all a gamble. You know, how much, where do you spend your resources, where do they go? So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I got 2 more that are going to be going out. Raise servicing to ready. So here I can get ready to launch. If I got anybody, I'm going to raise these guys up right here on 58-1, so that gives me another set of search planes right there. I got fighters here. I got another set that can come up and be ready. A couple fighters there. I got a fighter here. This fighter's coming up on 58-4, so now I got a couple fighters there. Okay, 58-3 is depleted there, so we got to decide what to do with these guys. So hangar 2 from servicing. So now we can start filling servicing. And for these guys, again, for your servicing, it's 2 for the CVs and 1 for the CVLs. We're not going to raise them yet. I'm going to send up 2 fighters here, 2 fighters here, and I'm going to send up 2 fighters here, 2 fighters here. Okay. Double checking me. I'm going to bring up down here. These are all my strike planes. I'm going to bring up my 2 fighters here on the Lexington and get him ready. And I actually have a night fighter that can go up, but I'm not going to bring him up right now. I'm kind of waiting to see what I want to do here. If I get a strike, I'm going to want to launch some strikes too. I'm going to get me a couple more fighters up here. And I got a fighter right there. I could bring him up too, but I think I'll wait and see what I'm going to do here. Okay, lower flight deck to hangar. Don't have anybody to lower. Don't have anybody to land. Okay, U.S. air-to-air combat. There isn't any. No Japanese airstrikes. U.S. air attack. We don't have any of that going on. We don't have any deck problems. We advance our phase marker. So we're going to phase 2. Brings my segment marker back up to move all air raids. Okay. All right. So my U.S. marker's used up. Phase 1 is over. And here we go. We don't have any air raids, so I don't have to move them. Roll for mission movement. Okay. Let's see what the mission movement's going to be this time. Get us over this way a little bit. It's a 5. All right. So mission movement is 5. And we draw our sequence chits. So let's see what we got here. All right. Chit number 1 is Force Echo. Oops, Force G. Oh, I don't think I had him in my cup. Whoops. Yes, I did. What am I doing? Grabbed him from the zone. Wow. Easy to get confused. There he is. I got to get him out of the cup. I'm sorry. Grabbed that. Wasn't supposed to. He was right here on that marker. So Echo is my first chit. Second chit is Force Sam. Sierra, military. Third chit is Force Charlie. Wow, all their force markers are getting up early. And a no-op. Okay. So only 3 of them to do this time. All right, so we're going to check Force Echo. He is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He cannot reach us. For Sam, Sierra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's out of range. And Charlie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's out of range. Okay, so there'll be no airstrikes. Okay, so that's our resolve our air raid procedure. Now we go move force 1 hex. All right, so Force Echo moves direction 5, and he's in this little zone right here, and a 5 is due east. Then we have Force Sierra. He is in this big zone here, and a 5 for him is due east. And Force Charlie is down here in this group, and a 5 for him is northeast. Okay. So we made our moves. We don't have a U.S. advantage. We don't have reduction status. We don't have turnaround. We don't have any U.S. movement. No land forces. No submarines. So that takes care of these 3 guys. They're done now. And now we go U.S. air missions, no. Initiate air searches. I already did that in the first phase, so we can't do anything else there. Operations for all carriers. I can launch again, but right now I'm not launching anything. Oh, move air missions. I do have an air mission to move right here. These guys are moving. I'm going to have them move 2 spaces, 1, 2, and we have to roll. And on a 1 to 5, I'll show you. Just here on card 1 front, U.S. fuel expenditure summary. If we move 2 hexes, it costs 2 fuel points on a die roll of 1 to 5, 3 on a 6 to 10. We rolled 8, so it cost us 3. So up here on my fuel, I take 3 off. He's at 15. 1, 2, 3. He's down to 12 now. Trying to get him over Guam as quick as I can, because if they pop up on the next turn, they're going to try to come out and strike me, and I can at least have a couple fighters ready for them. But more so, if I can get over Guam, I can give them a negative modifier not to even be launching on me. So that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. Adjusted my fuel markers, no air searches, no air operations, no air-to-air combat, no air attack segment. Okay, that ends phase 2. So we now go up to phase 3. We come back, there's no Japanese air raids, and we roll for mission movement again. Okay, well, this will be a 10. Okay, rolling high on the mission movement today. Okay, now we draw sequence chits. We get U.S. subs. Excellent. Now we can see what we're going to do with these guys. Guam. I was hoping that wouldn't come out this time. And whoop, dropped my chip. Oh, let's see. That is M. And the last one, no op. Okay, so we'll put the no op over there. And we got U.S. subs. All right. So we're going to take a quick look at what happens when they get in the same hex here. I already have Kavala in a hex. I'm going to have Bang. Well, when we get there, we're not there yet. Yep, we're not there yet. Resolve air raid procedure. So on M, he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No air raid. Okay. Move these forces 1 hex. All right. So M's the only one. And he's in this zone right here. And he rolled a 10, so he moves down 1 this way. That's it for M. No advantage, no reduction, no air turnaround. And now we get to U.S. subs. Okay. The Bang is going to move this direction. Stingray is moving this direction or this direction. I think I'll move him east. I have Albacore. I'm going to bring him southeast and see if I can find out what either M or G is. Okay, now the only one I didn't do is Kabbalah and Finback. I'm going to check them out and see what we have to do with them when they get into the square. Because submarine is something that I haven't done yet, so I just want to make sure what we do. Be right back. All right, so I found what I wanted, but I got to correct something. that when I was looking in the rule book at what to do when the submarines are in the same hex, I realized it said check to see if the task force moved, and I'm like, of course it moved. But no, there's a priority, but so far, because all of the Japanese task forces are still unknown, they are all using the mission movement, which is what I've been doing. So no, I haven't messed anything up. I just wanted to point out that there is a priority that we do need to check, especially if they start launching strikes. That's going to make things change on us. So we'll keep that one handy. Okay, the other thing I got out of step on here a little bit. I just forgot I had the Guam card out. I skipped my land movement, but because I'm in my submarine segment, I want to go ahead and finish that so I don't forget the 2 submarines that I have still to do something with. But normally we should have done Guam first, but it's not going to affect what I'm doing here with my submarines. Okay, the first submarine is Cavella. If you remember, Task Force Papa moved into his hex. Okay, on the card 4, there is a submarine contact table. A die roll of 1 to 4 is a fail, and a 5 to 10 we have contact, and there are modifiers. +1 for the force not moving or moving into a submarine's hex. That's what happened with this one. And then there's other ones if you do different approaches. So I'm not doing an approach, excuse me. So that means we get a +1 for the contact up here. So we're going to roll, and I need a 5 to 10, +1 on the die roll. 10. All right, we got contact. So now we come into the level 1 chit cup, and we're going to see what we got here. And it is false contact. Nice. Okay, so that means that here, that Task Force P is out of the game. And I got to get his activation chit and take it out too. So the false contact comes off the board, the Force P comes off, and his activation chit comes off. So we'll put them up here out of the way. Little separate stacks there. Keep them separate. They're out of the game. So that's one task force. There's one that wasn't there. The Kavala got in there and found him. Okay, the other one is the Finback. He's moving in with Force S right here. Okay, so again, he's going to roll, but because he moved into their spot, he is on an oblique approach, which is a -2. Okay. So he gets a -2 on his die roll. So here we go. We need something big numbers again. I like that 10. A 1. So we did not make contact. So he's in the same zone, but he didn't make contact. Okay. Interesting. That's why my search planes are going to have to get out here. Now, because he didn't get contact, I can't have him shadow yet. That's what I was hoping to do, is make contact and then shadow. Okay. Now we got to come back over and resolve our air raid procedure for Guam. Now Guam is 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away. So we have to do our air raid generation table. So they get a -2 because it's 0,650, and they're 4, they get a +2. So it is a straight up die roll to see if they're going to make an attack. 4 or less is no attack. All right, no modifier. 4 or less, no attack. 5, they got an attack. Okay. Now, we know that they have 7 aircraft points. That was our known strength. So now we come over here and we're going to roll on air raid strength, level 1-2 forces, known air strength. This is why I also launched my combat air patrol, and I have my intercept mission up here also. So on yeah, we haven't got down to where he moves yet. So he moved 1 when he launched, 1, 2 on the second phase. The third phase, we haven't got to that yet. All right. So now we're going to roll to see current known air strength is a 7. We're going to take a die roll and we're going to find out what he's going to have for his air raid strength. And he gets, oh, a 3. That's good for me. Okay, he's a 7 on 3. That's the green bar. It is 7, which is exactly what his known air strength was. So he's going to have an air raid strength of 7. So he has a Guam air raid right here. We're going to put this on the board. And we got to give him a strength of 7. So he gets 5 and 2. I got to get the, I was about to grab naval, but I have to get out his land-based air strength. I'll do that, and then we'll put them up here on the board. Okay, so we had 7 air points. We don't know what they are yet. So we have a 1, and a 5. And we just put them up here in between fighters and attack aircraft. We don't know what they are yet. So we're going to place this air raid between Guam and here. So we do a roll here. The range was 5. Or sorry, we're going to roll. It's going to tell us what range to put this aircraft at. Guam raid always placed in Guam hex if U.S. air unit occupies the hex. Well, we don't. So now they got past us. So we're trying to find them. So we're going to roll the die. And we're going to see what it tells us to do. And it is a 9, which is good for me. It's 4 hexes. Sorry, that was kind of quick. I rolled a 9, 4 hexes. So we place the raid marker 4 hexes back from this task force. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's over Guam. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the range was 4. Did that change anything? I don't think it did. No. So that's where he's at. He's over Guam. That's where he is. Okay. Nice. Gonna get a chance to tangle with him. And probably send my his next turn he'll move too. If I get my strike, if I get another strike mission moving, I can get after these guys maybe. All right, here we go. We did our submarine movement. Okay, so now we do U.S. air movement. So I've got intercept 1 is going to spend 1 fuel point, and he moves in there. That's the only one. I have a combat air patrol up with intercept 2, and I'm going to launch him. He's going to come out due east. His fuel marker starts at 16 and he spins 1. That's 15. That's 4 more F6F groups coming that way. Okay. Adjusted fuel markers. No air searches. Air operations. Launch. All right. I'm going to launch another set of F6Fs for combat air patrol. I think. Yeah. I'm going to send up I've got 2 here. Down here at 58.4, I'm going to launch those two. They will be intercept 3. Intercept 3 will go here, and both of those guys will go up into air mission 3. So I'm going to have another cap sitting there watching out for us. Things are going to get a little dicey, but I don't want to get too carried away, getting everything up in the air too fast. We'll see if we can't handle these guys. Raise servicing to ready. Nothing can move there. Nothing can move there. Nothing. These guys servicing here, they can move up to ready. So they're ready there at 58.3. All right. And now we can do hangar to from servicing. So I'm not moving up yet. Not there. I can move up. This F6F's moving up. And these guys didn't launch yet. I got an F6F here that's moving up. Okay, so I put him in servicing. Nobody from the flight deck to the hangar, and nobody's landing. Okay. Now we do air-to-air combat. So we have our air-to-air combat. So I intercepted these guys. So now we got to find out what they are. So we need to understand what the heck we just ran into here. So we have a die roll, and we check, and the raid size is 7, so it goes on 6. So we roll, and it's going to tell us how many of the 7 are going to be fighters, and the rest of them will all be attack aircraft. All right. So here we go. We're going to roll here and see what we're going to be running up against with these guys. And they got a 9. I was hoping the other way, I think. Escort fighter 9 on a strength of 7, which goes down to 6. So 2 of them are fighters, and the other 5 are attack aircraft. So I'm going to take the 5, put them on attack, and the 2 on the fighters. Okay. All combat is simultaneous. So what we're going to do is we're going to send air mission 1. We're going to attack both. I have to spend at least 1 fighter for every 2 Japanese fighters. But in this case, because I got another intercept coming, I want both my fighters to tangle with his fighters and see if we can't get rid of these guys. So I'm taking a little bit of a gamble, but that's part of it, right? And then his 2 fighters are also going to attack me, because that's all I have up there. So I have 2 fighters. I'm attacking. It's -1 because my target is a fighter. Okay. So we got to roll, and we need a -1 on the die. And the die, oh, nice. A 9 makes it an 8. Okay. 8 is 1, which means I eliminated 1 of his fighters. The other one's still there, but I got rid of 1 of them. So that fighter goes over here to lost. So it goes in his lost box up there. Now he has 2 fighters attacking me. We got to roll the same die. 2 fighters attacking my guys. And he gets 6. And a 6, he's got 2 Japanese air points. We rolled a 6. There is no modifier. -1 land, air, in all scenarios. Oh, so they would have been -1. So that makes them a 5. That's even better for me. Naval air units, attack planes, no escorts. +2 if attack plane, no. And +2 versus interceptors, fuel critical, no. So it was a -1, so that's a 5, which is this green bar on 2. He got nothing, so he did no damage to me. Okay, so we got rid of 1 of the fighters anyway. So that helps. So that's 1 air point gone. All right. Now, air combat, I have to adjust the fuel level for intercept 1, because he intercepted, he spends 3. So down to 10, flip that over, 2 and 3. He's got 8 fuel points left. So you can see flying out to Guam, making that intercept, and then having to come back. He's going to suck up some fuel here. Yeah, this is when it gets interesting. All right. Japanese air attack. We've already done the air attack. There's nothing. They haven't made it to the target yet. U.S. air attack. This is against the shipping. There isn't any. So now we advance the phase marker. All right. So we go to phase number 4. And we will put these away. They're all done now. Okay. And we get the last 4 chits out. And the first one is no op. Second one, Delta Force. Foxtrot. Golf. All right, no op comes off. So again, we're going to check Delta. Put my segment marker back up here. First thing we do is move all air raids. So this land-based air raid, he moves 2 hexes. 1, 2. So that's where he's at now. So you can see, for me to catch him, I got to spend 2, which could cost me 3 to keep up with him. With this group here, these guys are going to hit them, but these guys we got to spend that fuel. And intercept 1 is on from 58.3. So this is from my Lexington Enterprise group. All right. So you can see after all this, they're going to need to land, get in here and land after all this dogfighting. And I got intercept 2 coming this way. I got another cap up here too. And if I have to, I can launch guys. All right. Okay, so we moved our air raids. Now we roll for mission movement. So we're going to do that again. So the mission movement is going to be 5. Okay. So that's their mission movement. It's going to be 5. We draw our sequence chits, which I did. I got a little ahead of myself again. Resolve air raid procedures. There aren't any air raids. Everybody's out of range. D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a little sneeze and attack. Okay, D, we're checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's out of range. Foxtrot, he's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's out of range. And Golf down here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's out of range. So nobody's in range. Okay, we're going to move the forces 1 hex. So we have Delta. He's moving direction 5. He's in this zone, so that will be northeast. Foxtrot, he is over in this zone. 5 is due east. And Gulf. And Gulf is down here. Direction 5 is due east. Okay, so we moved all of them. No advantage. No reduction, none of that. No movements, no land, no subs. U.S. air missions. So we get our movement, move our air missions. Okay. So we know intercept 2 is going to move 1. Brings him in. And intercept 1 is going to move 2. So we take it 2 and we roll the die. And a 1 to 5, we don't have to spend any extra fuel. 5. All right. So I didn't have to spend the extra fuel to get there. So I have both those guys jumping these guys again. Okay. And they're doing intercepts, so we adjust their fuel markers now by 3. Mission 1 goes down 3. 1, 2, 3 is down to 3. Mission 2 down 3. 1, 2, 3 is at 11. Okay, so you can see a big difference if you're over Guam or if you're en route to pick them up. Okay. No air searches, air operations. I have a cap up. I don't think I'm going to put anybody else up. I'm hoping that we can hit these guys. Let's see. Do I have to do any launch? Nope. We're going to raise from servicing that fighter, and this fighter's up. And hangar to or from servicing. No, I think I'm waiting here to see what we're going to do. Lower flight deck land. Now we go to air combat. Okay, for the air combat, I'm going to use strike one, intercept one, not strike one, intercept one is going to attack. He has two fighters. He's attacking the fighter. So we're going to see if we can knock him down. We want to get rid of that fighter. So here we go. He's -1 to the die roll. A 10, nice. A 10 with two fighters would have knocked down, -1, 9, would have knocked down two of them, but I got rid of both of them. He's going to fire back with 1. So we're going to roll for him now, for the Japanese. And they get 8. Uh-oh. 8. And let's see, this is land, -1 land air in all scenarios. So -1, that 8 makes that a 7. Ooh, that was lucky. That's a nothing. So he didn't get me. So I got his land-based fighters. Okay. Now I have Air Mission 2 has 1, 2, 3. I have 4 fighters there. So I have 4 fighters. This is firing unit is interceptor and nope. +1 target is land aircraft. Oh, I didn't even do that for my other ones. +2 if Guam Hex versus raid being launched. Nope. Minimum 1 fighter number. Okay, I'm just checking. Make sure there's no other. So no minus this time. Nothing for the Pacific scenario. No fuel critical. On +1 versus land aircraft. Okay, so I get a +1. I have 4 aircraft attacking his land base. 7 +1 is an 8. Okay, so we have 4. On 8 is the blue line. That's 2. So I knocked down 2 of his bombers. He does not attack me, by the way. So we're going to, let's see, I need to divvy this guy up here. We're going to change that 5 out. And we're going to put in 2. I just shot down 2, so we'll take them out of there. And then he gets 1 more still in the air right here. So he has 3 there. Okay, that's good. His air power is getting knocked down. It's got to get through my flak and everything else. All right, cool. All right, no Japanese air attack segment. That's all done now. No U.S. air attack. So we're at the end of the phase, which is the end of the turn. So we are going to come back up to the top for place new Japanese forces. We're going to move our action phase back to 1. We are going to move our Dave marker up. No hit markers, none of that. Okay. No submarine attacks. We don't have any of that stuff. Okay. So we're starting to get a little action going on. We got a little first air raid. These forces are starting to move. We got rid of one of theirs when we went for the detection. There's going to be more forces arriving up here, which we're going to start launching more searches now, this next phase. Whoa. We're going to launch more searches this next phase, get my flight decks cleared. I got, this guy's going to be moving in, and then we're going to have our fighters coming in on them. So we got a lot going on. This is pretty awesome right now. And I got more that I can launch also, so we can have a lot more happening here as we get going here. So hope you enjoyed. Hope you're enjoying this so far. You can see you got a lot to think about in this game, which makes it fun. Hopefully I'm getting everything right here. Feel like I am. Following all my steps, checking on things. Curious to see how my submarines will start reacting here, and see if we can make some more contact down through here somewhere. I really like to get contact with these guys and find out that they're nothing. Because if they turn into something, I'm going to have to shift my task force, make sure I can get after these guys to get an attack on them. So we'll see what happens. That's all part of the game. That's part of the fun, right? All right, so I think that's going to wrap it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, please. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next mission. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. All right, everybody, have a good one.